Welcome to the session on strategy evaluation and control. Organizations prepare strategies to accomplish its objectives. Strategies are formulated after taking due consideration of internal and external factors. However, business environment often change. New opportunities emerge and new problems may also arise. Therefore, it is necessary to revise the existing strategies to adjust to the new environmental challenges and take advantage of it. Therefore, it is necessary that the strategy be evaluated to find out whether these strategies are taking the organization in the right direction to realize its goals. So, let's focus in this session about strategy evaluation and control. It's important to know the meaning of strategy evaluation. It refers to monitor and evaluate progress towards organization's objectives and to guide or correct the process towards a better control and accept the current conditions and purposes. So, therefore, it is the process through which the strategists know the extent to which a strategy is able to achieve its objectives. The popular definitions given by Professor William Gluck and Lawrence. They state strategy evaluation as the phase of strategic management process in which the top managers determine whether their strategic choice as implemented in meeting the objectives of the enterprise. Therefore, strategic evaluation consists of certain issues such as whether organizational objectives are attainable within given resources of the organization, whether its policies and strategies are matching with the corporate objectives, and whether the actual performance is in accordance with the expected results. So let's discuss about the importance of strategic evaluation. Organization is a set of different activities and departments. Each department is expected to perform a unique and different activity. On the one hand, there exist broad corporate strategies to accomplish basic objectives of the organization. Under the light of the corporate strategy, each department is expected to formulate their respective strategies. Each functional area must align their policies and strategies with that of the overall strategy of the organization. So, therefore, strategy evaluation helps to obtain feedback. Evaluation of the strategy offers valuable feedback regarding how well things are moving ahead. It tells whether the strategy accepted earlier is of relevance or not. Next is relating to future planning. Strategy evaluation is important even from point of view of future planning. Existing policy evaluation clearly explains whether the existing policy was effective or not. This helps in modifying the existing policy and to introduce new policy to exploit new available opportunities. It helps in motivation of employees. Strategic evaluation also helps in evaluating performance of people working at different levels of the organization. Organization can formulate reward and promotion strategy based on these performances. This certainly helps in motivating the people positively. Strategic evaluation helps managers at various levels to verify whether the decisions taken by them are in line with the strategic requirements of the company. Therefore, from the above discussion, it is clear that strategic evaluation and control is concerned with the comparison of actual performance with the desired results, providing feedback necessary for management to evaluate results and take corrective actions. Let's discuss about criteria for evaluating strategy. There are certain six aspects which we shall discuss. Firstly, internal consistency. At the time of evaluating strategy, it must be evaluated to know whether the strategy formulated is consistent with organizational objectives or not. Strategy must fit with the pattern of the organization. Therefore, it is important to evaluate this factor before considering any other factors of evaluation. Consistency with environment. Policies formulated must suit the prevailing environment. Therefore, it must be seen whether the policy helps the organization to use the opportunity and minimize weaknesses and threats. Appropriate use of organization resources. Strategy must be formulated in such a manner that the available organizational resources are properly used. Time horizon. Corporate level strategy broadly outlines whether the organization is meant to accomplish these objectives. Each organizational unit is required to formulate their respective strategies. They are expected to prepare short term as well as long term strategies to align them with corporate level strategies. Degree of risk. Strategy should help organization to minimize risk. It should be evaluated to see to what extent the strategy is capable of minimizing the risk or to bear the risk. Workability. Finally, the strategy must also be evaluated to see whether the strategy is really workable and is it really contributing to the basic objectives of the organization. It must have realistic approach to the activity so the objective are positively accomplished. Let's discuss the evaluation and control process. Basically, there are 5 steps. The first step is determine what to measure, establish standards, third, measure performance, fourth step is does performance match with standards, and fifth step is take corrective action. Therefore, let's discuss them each steps. Determine what to measure. It is true that organization is a group of many complex activities which are interrelated and interdependent. Top management and operational managers need to specify what implementation and results will be monitored and evaluated. Establish standards, second step. Basically, strategic evaluation is concerned with comparison of actual performance with predetermined standards. Therefore, fixing standards for each activity is vital for the valuation and control of strategy. Standards should be set for both intermediate and final output. Standard must also fix tolerance limit for the acceptance of each performance. Quantitative standards can be expressed in physical or monetary terms. Such quantitative expression are made for sales, production, finance, and so on. Third step is measure performance. Actual performance must be measured periodically. These performances must be recorded properly. Time should also be fixed for the evaluation of performance. Fixing time for evaluation is based on several factors such as scale of operation, nature of business, and so on. Compare actual performance with standards. Recorded performance must be compared with the desired results. This is the stage where the deviation in performance of each activity is identified. If the actual performance is within the acceptable limit, the measurement process stops here. Variation in performance may occur for any of the reasons, such as actual performance matches the planned one, actual performance is better than the standard level, or actual performance varies generally than the planned level. Take corrective action. If actual performance is outside the acceptable tolerance limit, action must be taken to correct the deviation. Performance may be adversely affected due to a number of factors, such as wrong allocation of resources, faulty organization structure, inefficient leadership, and lack of motivation. Management must review whether the standards set were realistic and achievable. While fixing the standards, organization must take into consideration of its capabilities. Therefore, in this session, we have discussed about the basic of strategic evaluation and also the control process. Thank you all.